And like if you think of Instagram, for example, Instagram is such a visual platform. Now, I know loads of people are posting reels. Some people have covers on their reels to tie in with their brand style, and others don't bother with them. But even the font and the colors you use for your fonts, the type or style of font that you use, all of that should be consistent. And if you have a style guide, it eliminates all of those choices and options that are out there that you might have to go and make a decision on every single time. Don't you make enough decisions in a day? I know I certainly do. But customers are more likely to be attracted to brands that have a strong and consistent identity. And when they're happy with your brand, they're more likely to stay loyal to you. And I mean, we all want that. So think about the likes of Apple. Apple is one of the most recognizable brands in the world. Its brand guidelines, they must be so strict with their brand guidelines, and they're clearly well defined. They leave a lot of white space. Most of their things are white or silver, and they've really helped to create a consistent and iconic brand identity. Another great example is Google. Google, no matter whether you have Google Workspace, Google Photos, Google Drive, you use Chrome, you use Google Search, anything. It's a great example of another brand that's benefited from strong guidelines. The colors, the logo, the palette that they use, even the typography, they are instantly recognizable and help to create a sense of trust, I'd say, and credibility as well. One of my all-time favorites is Nike. I love the Nike brand, and it's known for its bold and innovative branding. Its guidelines are flexible enough, and you can see it if you look at their websites or their ads or anything like that, because they always seem to be experimenting with new ideas, but at the same time, they still seem to be able to manage a sort of a consistent overall identity. So these big brand names have seen huge benefits in brand guidelines. And as consumers, subconsciously, we can see what they're doing, right? But maybe we just don't know how. How they're doing it is with brand guidelines. So the thing is, it's not just big brand names like Nike and Apple and Google who do these. Small brands, even solopreneurs like me, like I was when I was starting out my business, we can have brand guidelines too. So, my friend, if you're a professional service provider, I encourage you to take the time to develop these strong brand guidelines for your business. I promise you that this will be an investment that will pay off in the long run. And just in case you're thinking, well, I'm still not really clear on what they are, Deirdre, let's break down the three elements of your brand guidelines into a little bit more detail.